Good Wednesday morning, Central Georgia. You're taking a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon. The time is now 6:30 a.m. here on this February the 8th. Thank you so much for continuing to stay with us. I'm Wanye Reese. I have a feeling you're going to have a great day, Central Georgia, but that's all kind of dependent on the weather also. So, Alex, what are things looking like this morning?
Yeah, it's hard to go wrong today. You know, as the saying, somewhere sunny and 75. Today, that's going to be Central Georgia. Throw in a few clouds in there, but it certainly changes on the way for the weekend. Waking up to 40s and 50s, though, this morning. 46 in Macon, 51 in Roberta, 47 in Warner Robins, and 46 in Eastman. Across the state of Georgia, it's actually kind of interesting this morning. It's a lot of the same. It's the same temperature in Brunswick this morning as it is in Rome. So it's not every day that happens. 49 in Savannah and 49 in Valdosta. And then once you work your way out to the west, you can kind of see the beginnings of the cold front right here through Dallas and Houston. 45 in Dallas, 71 in Houston, and the winds coming together right there. That is indicative of the cold front. 22 in Denver this morning. Now, we are running into some rainfall parts of northwest Georgia, but then especially back out towards Texas. That will be in central Georgia by the time we get to tomorrow morning, and we are only going up from here. A high temperature of 75 today, calling it fake spring because real spring is still 40 days away. Sunrise is at 7:24. But in a few minutes, we'll talk about the changes we have in store. That means a shower possible on Thursday, but the rain really picking up on Friday and through the weekend. Day by day look at Future View just a few moments away.
Thank you, Alex. This morning, we're waiting to learn the identity of a woman who died after being hit by a car in South Macon. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says it happened just after 8 last night. They say that she was hit on Pio Nono Avenue near Dewey Street. The Sheriff's Office says a 57-year-old woman was walking in the southbound lane. She was hit by a SUV driven by a 73-year-old. She later died at the hospital. Well, a Macon man will now spend life plus 5 years in prison after he admitted to killing a person during a robbery. District Attorney Anita Reynolds Howard says Jaquari Hollingshed made the plea Monday just before his murder trial was set to start, pleading guilty to malice murder and firearms charges. The killing happened in November of 2020 at Macon's Riverbend Apartments. Prosecutors say video shows Hollingshed walking over to a truck and killing 49-year-old Ruben Gonzalez with a single gunshot and robbing him. The DA also says 4 witnesses were ready to testify. A Macon man is recovering after a home invasion and beating in the middle of the afternoon. Our morning reporter TJ Anthony joins us live in studio with more details. TJ, fill us in.
That's right, Wani. The unthinkable happened to a family just a few days ago. Galen Jensen is an 87-year-old grandfather, and Saturday, his family got a pretty rattling call. Someone had invaded their home with Jensen inside.
We were fighting here. I was swinging with a cane. He was swinging with his fist and the pistol.
Galen Jensen's describing moments after realizing 2 men were in his home on Claremont Place off Riverside Drive in Macon.
As soon as I seen their faces was covered, I knew we was being robbed.
He says it happened Saturday between 2 and 4 p.m. Mallory Commodore, Galen's stepdaughter, says the robbers didn't take TVs, laptops, or any other electronics.
They only assaulted him and took his cash.
The money was for Jensen's granddaughter's out-of-state dance competition. The family believes the robbers went through this fence, then entered the home through that back door. They also believe it may be someone they know.
We don't communicate with a lot of people. We don't have entertainers. We don't have neighbors come over and hang out. You know, we don't have any of that. So these are people that know us.
I hire kids to do work, and I think that's probably the connection.
He believes that, you know, kids should earn money for what they do. So he's just trying to have a little change in their pocket and pay them for their work.
Jensen was treated at Piedmont Macon for cuts, scrapes, and bruises. Now his family wants justice for the physical scars and emotional scars that they're still dealing with.
I want results to where these people are caught so this doesn't happen to other seniors in this community. So other people are not going to be assaulted and violated in their home.
Now, we do want to give you some information to help protect your home. The security company ADT says you should keep your home well lit and install security cameras and also motion detectors if you can. Also, make sure to keep doors and windows locked at all times. Wanya, hopefully this will just help people stay safe, especially around this time of year. Back to you.
Hopefully, TJ. It's definitely a heartbreaking story. Thank you so much for that report. We did reach out to the Bibb County Sheriff's Office. They couldn't provide any details on the case, and they're still working on a report. 6:35, an update on the 2 men convicted in the death of Tara Grinstead. We're waiting for a judge's decision after Ryan Duke and Bo Dukes requested to throw out the 2 additional charges they face. Their attorneys appeared in court yesterday.
I don't think any officer would have derived probable cause based on the information that we reviewed today.
Even though we know that the story ended up being, for the most part, true, and that's exactly where they found the body.
That's because it was corroborated subsequently, but the information that we had did not support probable cause.
Former GBI Special Agent in Charge Gary Rothwell insisted on the stand they did not have probable cause to arrest Ryan or Bo in 2005 or in 2008. The GBI didn't know a crime was committed until 2017. In May of last year, Ryan Duke was found not guilty of murdering Grinstead in Irwin County, but he was convicted of concealing her death. Bo Dukes was also convicted in 2019 for concealing the beauty queen's death. 3 people now in jail after a string of arson crimes in Baldwin County. Each person is charged with first-degree arson and face additional charges in 3 separate cases. Fire investigator Captain Bradley Toe says the motives include owing somebody money and marital disputes. He says Elijah Juan Crutchfield is going through a divorce. His ex-wife was allowed to stay in the home till February to find a different living situation. He says not only did she destroy several of his cars, but burned down the house so he wouldn't get it back. Crutchfield says that he's heartbroken.
From her standpoint, she just wanted to make sure when February came that I don't smile. You know, no smiles on my face. So, like, I don't understand, like, even if you're mad at somebody, like, you know, like, either way, I did nothing to you for you to throw your future away.
Crutchfield says he's lost all of his possessions, clothing, and documents. The other arson locations are a single-wide trailer on Mount Pleasant Church Road and another single-wide trailer on Sportsman Drive. It's 6:37 on your Wednesday morning. After a train derailed near Watson Boulevard, business owners in the area hope to see the city scenery improve. Norfolk Southern says 140 cars derailed in July. City leaders signed a resolution saying the company will reimburse the city for damage. The derailment left damage to the sidewalk, fencing, and some natural scenery. The city says it also may have damaged the storm drain system. So far, the city has not compiled a complete list of damages. Nearby businesses have been looking at the damages for months. They're happy to see the area getting a cleanup.
I'm just looking forward to, like, you know, this whole area out here looking much nicer. That's going to be like real nice for us.
It makes it more inviting. It makes it say, hey, what's this over here? So they want to come and check it out.
Right now, the city doesn't know how much damage repairs would cost. They have yet to put out a bid for a contractor. Over in Macon, people want answers. They showed up to the South Bibb Rec Center for the first neighborhood watch meeting of the year.
I've read the reports on it, and it supposedly wasn't a targeted situation, and that it was gang related.
More than 100 people showed up. The sheriff's office leaders tackled questions from neighbors. Captain George Meadows says the meeting's been in the works since last year, but believes the shooting of the Patel family on Thoroughbred Lane in January pushed more people to come out. Major Chris Patterson offered a short update on that investigation.
We've got a strong another suspect, and we're looking for 2 others. We don't necessarily think that it's gang related or anything like you see of initiation or anything like that. We don't think it was gang related.
Sheriff David Davis says he wants to install flock cameras like they have in Warner Robins. Those cameras can actually read license plates and give deputies access to a statewide database to track possible suspects. Well, Fountain Car Wash is getting a squeaky clean remodel. A post on their Facebook page says they'll shut down on February the 14th for 6 to 8 weeks. The Big Peach Car Wash out of Forsyth is taking over ownership. The car wash plans to get new tunnel equipment, a new waiting area, and more wash options. They'll be back as Big Peach Fountain, and they're planning to give away a free $30 car wash to everyone who registers to get updates on the car wash's status. You can find that link on their Facebook page. We're highlighting a special teacher who's known for her hard work and dedication. Coming up, we hear from the students who nominated her for My Teacher is Tops. Plus, there's a new chef in the kitchen of a downtown Macon restaurant. We'll tell you about him coming up next. The time is now 6:40 a.m. here on this beautiful Wednesday morning. And Alex, I'm sure a lot of people saw that 7-day now and they're like, man, I have Valentine's Day plans. What is this going to do to it?
Well, Valentine's Day is okay. It's the weekend before that they're
Yeah,
going to run
and
into
a lot of people
problems.
probably do
Right.
dinner this weekend.
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know,
So, I guess the silver lining is that Valentine's Day itself will actually be nice
There we go.
outside. So we'll give that to you, we'll blame the rain on Ben. All right, here we go. There's a live look over downtown. We got temperatures close to 50 this morning, 46 in Macon, 50 itself in Dublin, 47 in Warner Robins, and 46 in Milledgeville. Much of the same across the area. And when we check out the satellite and radar picture, finding some rain this morning back into Arkansas and Texas, all of that sliding towards central Georgia here over the next 24 hours or so. And as it does so, our temperatures are not going to be able to cool off all that much as our air mass is very tropical now. So let's get into the details. Here we are at the noon hour, partly cloudy skies, the southerly wind continuing, temperatures into the mid 60s very quickly. Going to get into the mid 70s before all is said and done this afternoon under partly cloudy skies. Then comes tomorrow morning, showers to the north. And if you were watching earlier this week, you'd know that Thursday was kind of the day we were thinking that was going to be very wet for us. Well, what we're seeing now is instead of two systems coming together and moving over central Georgia, we're going to kind of get a 1-2 punch, and that is going to keep the rain chances around Friday through about Sunday. So, or Thursday through Sunday, I should say. So scattered showers on Thursday. Then we get into Friday, a few showers Friday morning. It's Friday afternoon and evening where the rain really begins to take over. This is 6 p.m. Friday, a steady rain across central Georgia, and that is going to last, it looks like, through Saturday morning, through Saturday afternoon and evening, and through Sunday morning before it's finally able to get out of here. So we're going to be talking about on and off showers Thursday through the first half of Friday, and then a steady rain from Friday afternoon and evening until about Sunday morning, clearing out for Sunday afternoon and evening. Now, when all is said and done, we could pick up a fair amount of rain as well. Widespread 2 to 3 inches, maybe even locally higher amounts in a few spots. You can see on this one model run, it picked out Irwinton, Wrightsville, Cochrane, Dublin to get over 3 inches, maybe even close to 4 inches near Soperton. But don't pay attention to the exact amounts of the exact locations. Just know that that's possible all across central Georgia as we work our way through the weekend. So 6 days to Valentine's Day, 37 days to St. Patrick's Day, still 40 days away from spring. All of this a reminder that we are getting closer to what's known as our severe weather season. Our statewide tornado drill is at 9 a.m. this morning. It is severe weather preparedness week here in the state, so schools likely doing a tornado drill at this time. You might even hear the tornado sirens go off at your location at this time, again, 9 a.m. That's a good reminder to think where you'll go in a tornado warning if one were issued at your time at that spot where you are at 9 a.m. this morning, whether it be work, school, or home. Obviously, you want the lowest level, most interior room to be safe from that. 75 the high today, calling it fake spring. As you just saw, real spring is still 40 days away. Sunrise is at 7:24. There's the 7-day, 71 for Thursday, and as Wanya alluded to, cringing at the weekend on the 7-day, an 80% chance of rain on Friday afternoon and evening, and then 60% for Saturday when it's not raining on Saturday. Still going to be overcast and cool. We will begin to warm up though into next week, back to 68 for Valentine's Day itself.